Eh. Well, that was Quentin being an absolute jackass, as per usual.
You should have just let me do the drum intro.
No, I will not. That was actually getting on my nerves.
Why?
Because fuck you, that's why. We're gonna go see Solo.
Yeah. And we just watched all 4 Toxic Avenger movies.
First one was great. Last one, I really enjoyed. The 2 middle ones were hot garbage.
See, for me, I thought the second one was good.
I didn't
because
enjoy
the intro was good, and then just him being in Japan was really dumb.
The intro was alright to that one, but still, 3 wasn't that great.
3 was fucking bad.
I really like the first and last one because the last one just felt like a lot like the last. The last one just felt a lot like the first one.
I really didn't like the last one.
I could tell. I loved it.
It was poopy.
Well, yeah, but that was like maybe 2 gags, maybe gags.
But the when he put the dude's head through his own ass, that was fucking hilarious.
Yes, that was great.
Spoilers
It was like one of those
for Toxic Avenger 4.
He was like one of those action figures, like the Power Rangers, where you kind of flip them and their head goes inside their body.
Yep.
Great. So we're gonna go see Solo.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I have nothing to really talk about in my life in the past week because I was a potato for all of this last week. Fuck all.
I mean, did you even see any promotional stuff for Solo? Because I didn't.
Not really.
I've seen a trailer. I've seen pictures and posters, and I know Donald Glover's in it, and that's pretty much it.
I've seen maybe a few like short spots on YouTube. It's like one of those like 10-second trailers.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, it's a great movie. Go see it. That's about it.
I heard Chewbacca dies.
What was that?
I heard Chewbacca
Oh,
dies.
yeah, I heard he dies too.
You know,
for a second, I thought, like, is he actually spoiling the damn movie?
Yeah, you know, a couple days ago, I was on my phone, and on Reddit, someone posted that, like, Chewbacca dies at the end of Solo, and I'm like, and it was right when I woke up, and I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks. It got spoiled for me, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
It's like, wait. Fuck.
That McDonald's is re-McDonald.
What?
Because it's remodeled.
Re-McDonald?
Yeah, re-McDonald.
Re-McModeled, you mean?
Yeah,
that would have worked better.
Whatever.
The drive-thru still works, though, which...
It didn't for a little bit this week because they were redoing the sides.
See, that's really weird to me, because you just have people going to work, but they're not going to, like, see anybody in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, like, I just put up a partition.
It's like a ghost.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like, I think they just live there now. They're not supposed to leave or enter. They're just there, and they just conjure up food, and then they give them to you in the window. They know your order before you even get up to the window.
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't quite understand.
Neither do I.
But that's business.
I still can't believe Stan Lee was the narrator for Toxic Avenger.
That was ridiculous.
See, because I thought that at the beginning, when it was the prologue, it was kind of talking about the previous movies, and I was like, I don't even
know how they roped in Stan Lee.
And then at the very end, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. Because it's a Marvel property.
Oh, yeah,
All
I
the
guess you're
comics
right.
are published by Marvel.
That makes sort of sense now.
Yeah.
This is before Marvel really hit it big in the movies. This is before even Spider-Man 1 was a thing.
Yeah, the only movies they had out were like, what? They had Howard the Duck.
Like that, and maybe Blade.
The bad Fantastic Four. There was
like
one
the
that was
one that was really bad, right?
Yeah,
like no, not even like the
not
one.
Fantastic.
No, not like. Well, there's one before that.
Yeah,
You're talking about the one even before that one.
Yeah, even before that one.
Okay.
And they had a bad Captain America.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, hold on. I think I can search for a picture of that Red Skull because the Red Skull in that movie looks really fucking bad.
Oh no.
I think. Double check. Okay.
Yeah, the last Toxic Avenger movie was actually pretty solid. I enjoyed it.
Red Skull 1990.
So earlier in the day, my kidneys failed, and now I feel like my heart's stopping. So life is over, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get us to the draft house just fine.
Hopefully.
Oh, damn, I forgot to swap out the Senate for the Ghost Senate.
You left your beer inside my fridge.
Oh, I did that too, didn't I?
Don't forget it.
Okay. I'll get my beer back. Wait. Well, in other news today, I also, thanks to Quentin's help, I got 3 new seasons of The Simpsons. I'm gonna watch them all.
Oh my fucking god, it was so much worse than I thought.
Oh, God. Here, let me go ahead. Oh, Jesus! That is horrible. That is like real bad.
If you are looking for this image and you are listening, just Google Captain America Red Skull 1990.
That was in the 90s?
Yeah.
I thought that was like 80s.
Oh,
He looks like a burn victim.
he does look like a burn victim.
And they just slapped some red paint on him. It looks like something out of the Toxic Avenger.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Why is he smiling like that? You think he'd be scowling? You know, it's Red Skull. He's practically a Nazi.
No. That movie has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa. Oh no.
Earlier this week, me and my brother were arguing about Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. And I was like, there's other pieces to that. There's not just those two.
There's Hitmontop.
Hitmontop, and then there's that one that came before.
Tyrogue.
Yeah. And I was
It
like,
evolves into all of them
and I was like, see,
based on different stats.
I was like, see, there is a different one. There's Hitmontop, and then there's Tyrone. And he's like, what did you just say? I'm like,
Tyrone. He has the weirdest way to evolve too, do you know?
Or I called him Togear or Togepi
Togear.
or some shit. Togepi is a completely different Pokemon.
Do you know how Tyrogue evolves?
No?
It's dumb as hell. So what you got to do is you got to make sure the stats are like mixed a certain way. So if your attack is higher than your defense, it evolves into Hitmonchan. If your defense is higher than your attack, it evolves into Hitmonlee. If they're even, like dead even, then you get Hitmontop.
That's dumb.
So you have to use these special protein powders to make sure that it's a certain way by the time that it hits a certain level, or else you just get fucked. And it's just like, I have no idea how to evolve it into this. And like little me didn't know about like EVs or whatever, like, and EVs are effort values in Pokemon, or IVs or whatever. So I'm just like, I'm trying to evolve these fucking Tyrogues into like these to complete my Pokedex. And I'm like, why do I keep getting fucking Hitmonchan? Why is it Hitmonlee? Why is it so fucking hard to get a Hitmontop?
See, when I played Pokemon when I was younger, I didn't know.
You know jack shit apparently.
Pretty much, I just played it. I wasn't like, because I almost never used like the iron or any of that other shit. I would just use pretty much potions and Pokeballs in terms of items that I'd use.
I didn't really know what any of those were like good for until about 2 or 3 years back.
Yeah.
Like it said that it increased your Pokemon's HP, but like I didn't understand what it really did, or why I could only use so many of them.
Yeah, I didn't know what any of that meant.
To be fair, it's all super opaque, and like everything before Generation 5, like really doesn't tell you what it's all about. It was only like in the recent games where like, okay,
Is 5
it's black and white.
Okay.
X and Y are 6, and that's when they got
Sun
a little
and
bit
Moon
easier.
are 7?
Yes, and that's the newest ones.
Okay.
Well, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I mean,
But
that's
same.
it's the same fucking game. I'm playing through that currently, just trying to get the like 3 or 4 new Pokemon they added in because I'm a fucking crazy person.
Nerd.
Yeah, I gotta have my living Pokedex, dude. It's great. It's in Pokebank, and it's dope, and I love it. They're adding in a new shiny snake dragon.
What do you mean shiny? Is in like it's a different color?
It's a different color. He's gonna be white and like turquoise instead of the black and green he usually is.
Is it Rayquaza?
It's not Rayquaza. This is a different snake dragon.
But is it Rayquaza?
No, this is a different snake dragon that's black and green.
I
This
don't
one's
think
ground
you heard
type.
me, though, but is it Rayquaza?
It's Zygarde.
So Rayquaza.
Sure, yes, Rayquaza. The one that's absolutely busted in the competitive meta because it can Mega Evolve without anything, and it's dumb as shit, and I hate everything. But it can apparently be beaten by a team of Schmeargles.
What the fuck is a Schmeargle?
It's the painting Pokemon.
I heard they're making a new Pokemon type.
Are they?
Campbell told me they're making a time Pokemon.
No, that's bullshit. I don't know what the hell he's on. They did add in Fairy type, but that's it.
I know that Fairy is a thing.
Yeah, no, why the fuck would they have a time type?
I thought it made sense. I mean, if they did that, I would be like, yeah.
Where the hell is he getting these off of? Pokefax.com?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't ask him for sources on this shit. I barely even care about it.
You probably got it from his Fortnite buddies. Those fuckers spreading lies about Pokemon,
True.
spending $80 on V-Bucks.
Actually, it was 109.
It's like me with my hat addiction.
Yeah, how much money did you spend on hats and Team Fortress 2?
I don't remember, and I'd rather not.
Was it a lot or was it not a lot?
It wasn't a whole lot because I like couldn't really afford it.
Yeah.
I must have spent at least like $50 on keys though overall.
Okay.
that's like during my entire runtime of the game.
Yeah, for me, Team Fortress 2, I didn't really spend too much money on keys.
Probably good if you didn't. Now it's not like Kyle. Good lord, that man.
He spent a lot of money on keys.
I think he actually made quite a bit of money off of it too.
Yeah, he invested and then got money back.
Yeah. So smart move, I guess.
Well, but then again, my brother did the same thing with Counter-Strike. He bought, I think it was like $200 worth of Counter-Strike weapons in one night. No, it might have been 300. It was 300. That's what it was.
Did he resell it for a higher amount?
No, that's the thing. Is his reasoning to my mom was like, "No, it's okay," because he didn't spend it on his account. He spent it on her PayPal.
Oh, of course. Oh, that's what this PayPal debacle was.
Yeah, and then the next morning he's like, "No, it's okay because these things are worth this much." It's like, then sell them, and he's like, "I can't yet."
You mean? Oh, because he just bought them, so he probably.
I guess so. I don't know, man.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
At least when my younger brother fucks up, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
He mostly just buys weeaboo shit.
Yeah. That's what you do too.
Yes, but at least he and I are under no pretense that they're going to resell it for more money.
True.
Doesn't try to invest in Bitcoin on a really old machine.
Who is that? My brother?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He made $2 while also nearly setting the house on fire.
Yeah, that's true. He leaves his. Dude, I've seen so many times he'll just leave Fortnite open and leave the house for like many hours and then come back and go back to playing Fortnite without closing it or turning off his computer.
That's an addiction.
I know it is.
That's bad.
It's kind of like those people that like get an empty beer bottle and keep it next to them. Like it just like feels nice to have it close to me. It's the same thing, I think.
But at least with Fortnite, you can actually keep getting more out of the empty beer bottle.
True.
It's not like it doesn't have any function.
No, but he leaves it on all the time.
Yeah, it's not
Not
good.
good. No.
No.
Bad juju.
At least he can play as Thanos now.
Would be.
Yeah.
Play his purple Shrek.
This boy. I'm very hungry. I wonder if they have a special menu at the draft house this time
They
around.
will.
I'm sure they will.
They'll still have Deadpool's menu up, and they might have one for some Han Solo.
Like, none of Deadpool's menu like really appealed to me, honestly.
And Chimichangas,
Yeah, but I don't like Mexican food.
Chumble Chumbles,
Shamble Jambles.
Ching Chang.
That's the wrong ethnicity. And also racist. You want to get us demonetized off of
Tungle
YouTube?
Dungle. Yeah, because we're making just so much money off
Oh,
this.
yeah.
All
I think
the
we
money.
made a whole 1,000th of a penny in ad revenue.
1, 2, 3, 4 police, 5, 6 policemen.
Because it was an accident. At least I think that was an accident.
Accident. Impregnation.
I need to go impregnate my wife.
Yes. I like his watch. It said impregnate and then horny, and then I didn't see the other parts.
That movie was a goddamn masterpiece.
For a second, I looked out your window, and then I got like huge motion sickness, and I thought I was going to throw up for a second.
Please don't. I don't want to clean up my car again.
Again? What happened? What happened last time?
Nothing. I just
What?
want to make you go. I don't want to make you scared. Or you got bruised, stupid. Get played, moron.
Did I dummy?
Did ice, dummy. Retweet for free iPod. He uploaded a new video, Bagel Boy.
Is that his name?
Yes, Bagel Boy. The guy who made the Get Ice Dummy video. This is a long drive to the draft house. Longer than I remember. Probably because I haven't gone this way in a good long while.
Yes. No, you did it when we went to Toxic Avenger.
It's been a good long while.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
It's been a good long while, Quentin.
But is it Rayquaza?
But it's Rayquaza. I don't remember shit past 1 week ago, Quentin.
Do you seriously not like Mexican food?
I just don't.
I never knew that about you.
I'm sure I brought up my distaste for it, like, in the past. I like the Mexican rice. I like that. And I like Taco Bell, but that's not Mexican food.
That's because it's a fucking meat hose.
Exactly.
It's not any kind
I
of
like
food.
it.
It's fucking
Meat.
gasoline.
It's gasoline for the soul. You can quote me on that. But no, it's just like, there's something about it that I just really don't like.
It's because you're white and you don't like spicy food.
I love spice, I just don't like Mexican food. Sit me down in a bunch of fucking trays of hot wings and I will gargle that shit. I will gargle hot wings with blue cheese. But no, fucking Mexican food is just, it's just something about it. I think it's just the general texture. It's like gooey and crunchy. It's two things that should not go with each other.
You eat meat that comes out of a hose.
Hey, because that's smooth. It has the texture of diarrhea, Quentin.
I was gonna say the texture of chunky pudding.
Meat pudding, which I think is an actual thing.
Yeah, meat pudding. No, that's like England. That's what England does. They make
England doesn't make food; they make monstrosities.
Same difference.
I do like their fish and chips though, especially with extra vinegar and salt. Ooh.
Vingar.
Yes, Vingar.
That sounds like a name of a Viking.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
I am Vingar the Mighty.
Vingar the Sour.
What was the name? Were Vikings? Were they the people that had the Norse gods, or am I getting
Yes,
that wrong?
you are correct.
Nice. I was correct.
You got a basic fact correct. Congratulations.
There's my one correct thing a week. Done.
I mean, you were correct about what disc had the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode on it.
Bitchin'. Yeah, it's always have to be at the beginning because I mean the seasons usually start late August, beginning of September.
Yeah. I never knew that in particular.
See, with The Simpsons, I would buy some of the series, but I want it on Blu-ray. I don't want DVDs. And they have not released it on Blu-ray.
I don't think they're ever going to release it on Blu-ray.
Bullshit. They will eventually.
They will when the series ends.
Because you want to know why? Money.
True.
So much money.
But I think they're still releasing the new ones on DVD.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So that's why I'm just giving up and just getting it on DVD. Because at that point, it's a 90s TV series. It's not going to look that much better in Blu-ray, in my opinion. So I'm just like, fuck it. At least I have it.
I mean, if they're releasing Batman the Animated Series after this long, they'll eventually get to The Simpsons.
Eventually, yes. But it's also going to be like the first 20 seasons and going to be $3,000.
And it'll be all on a giant laser disc inside Homer Simpson.
Yes, we've agreed on this before.
The life-size Homer Simpson.
No, it's not. It's not going to be a laser disc. It's just going to be a large ass like solid state drive. You plug it into his ass.
Yes, and then he broadcasts it through his eyeballs.
You have to stare into his eyes. You have to lock lips with Homer Simpson in order to watch these episodes. Set him down to cuddle with him in bed.
I'm still mad that Hulu has the current season of Simpin, but no other season of Simpin.
Because that's what airs.
That's dumb.
Hulu sets themselves as a TV alternative, so they have the more recent stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like
so they have like SNL the day after it comes out.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. But
my right testicle hurts.
Mine was stuck to my leg a minute ago.
You also poured hot tea on it, stupid.
Shut up. That hurt.
I bet it did. So you at least have jeans?
I was in basketball shorts. That's why it got hurt. If I was in jeans, I would have been fine because I just robe and I'm good. With basketball shorts, there is no safety.
There's permeability there.
Yeah.
It's porous. So you pour more on us. Us being your balls.
Shut up.
I need to spread just a little bit. There we go. They have dislodged. You okay there? No.
See, the problem I am encountering right now is because I need to catch up on 2 weeks of movies, so I need to watch 2 weeks ago and then last week's, and I'm going to need to watch this week's.
You slipping a bit on your New Year's?
Yeah. But I mean, whatever. I can catch up. That's
well, it's movies, so it's not like it's a massive time.
Exactly. But the thing is as of right now, the 2 movies that I've skipped, one of them is 2.5 hours long, and the other is 2 hours 40 minutes. And then this weekend, I think the only option that I have, if I want to stick with my samurai movies this summer and stuff, and Godzilla and all that kind of stuff, then this weekend the only option that I have is The Passion of the Christ, or no, The Last Temptation of Christ, which is like 3 hours long.
Jesus. Quite literally.
It's directed by Scorsese and it stars Willem Dafoe.
That's,
I think.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch that, I think. And then I will have to watch Stalker from last week. That's a Russian movie where they go into Chernobyl.
Oh, they made a game on that.
It's completely different.
Oh.
Because it's not an action movie at all.
Well, no, the game is not an action movie either. It's like a very depressing, slow game. What in they're both based on like a book or something.
That bar used to be named Rockies. It's not named Rockies anymore.
Because I know Metro 2033 was based on a book,
Yeah.
which is just bizarre to me.
I tried playing that game like 6 times and I could just not get into it.
Well, it's very depressing and slow paced.
Well, it's not that. It's just I didn't know what to do.
I think
Even when
that's kind of the point.
even when I listened to the dialogue every time, I was like, where do I go?
I think that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be depressing and you don't know what the fuck is happening. It's like an actual survivor of the apocalypse.
Yeah, so my predicament is I want to play that Lego game, but I need to finish Zelda first. I also want to play Far Cry 5.
Yeah, you have
do
quite a
Zelda
backlog
first.
now.
Yeah.
At least you got the Lego game on sale.
Yeah.
See, I just need to play a few games and beat them. I still don't know what next month's game is going to be.
Play.
Yes.
Play that game.
Play
Yeah.
that game?
Yeah.
I'm going to play that game, yes.
Play Mario Odyssey.
Yes, I'm going to play it on my Vita. Look at this crazy fuck. This is zooming in.
You should play Honeycam Studios again.
I've already platinumed that game.
Point made.
I got 100% on that. There's nothing left to do.
Play Honey Pop.
Oh yeah, I could do that one.
I could do 100%.
How does that theme with June?
Jiggly June.
Oh shit, you're right. Yes, I could do that.
Boobs and butts.
We'll play it every Sunday. We spank my meat Sunday.
Or you could do it or you could play it in July.
No, that's Spec Ops.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I need to play that too. Are you playing it on your PC?
Yeah, I'm playing on my PC.
Okay. I have it on my PC, but I haven't played anything on my PC in forever.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna see Solo.
Ba-ba.
Future pilot Han with your co-pilot Chewie here.
Ah!
Yeah.
If anyone's chewy, it's me.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I make noises a lot.
Or I'm not being just outright dumb. I could never pass for Han Solo. He's too suave. I'm a soy boy, or whatever that term means. So yeah, that was a pretty solid addition to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And okay, apparently I need to contact Sprint to unlock my device. Don't know what the fuck that means, but I can still record, so that's good.
Hopefully.
Either way, yeah, it's a good addition to the Star Wars universe, and it was a nice like heist film slash like part war movie in a way, but it was mostly a heist film, and
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it. A heist film set in the Star Wars universe was really well done. So I give it a grade of a B+, or if I was going to give it a number, it would be a 7.5. No, probably an 8. No, 7.5. Go with that one.
Because see, for me, it's I don't know. For a large majority of the movie, I was just like, and pretty much everything that happened, and that really kind of makes me sad because, like, who is it? Woody Harrelson is like, I love him as an actor. He's awesome in a lot of the stuff that he's in, and then and obviously Donald Glover is Donald Glover, and I love a lot of the stuff that he's in. But with this, I was just like, hey. And it wasn't like I disliked the movie, but it wasn't like I absolutely loved the movie. So I'm just kind of whatever.
I was entertained. That's why I'm saving like B on it. Like, that wasn't like anything astounding,
Oh yeah.
but I still think it was better than the other spin-off that we got.
Rogue One?
Rogue One, yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was leagues better than Rogue One.
I can't really remember Rogue One.
That's my point.
I fell asleep during one of the two of the showings. I think.
See, Rogue One, it's just like, yeah, it expands in the mythos, and I guess it's kind of cool to see like a war film in Star Wars, but it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah.
Unlike this one was entertaining, even though it felt like a very kind of Disney-fied take on Han Solo as a character.
Yeah. Well, you know, the guys who directed the Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street were originally the directors, but then they had to split with Disney because of creative differences, so then the whole movie got got reshot by the director now, Ron Howard.
Well, oh well. There's no point in lamenting on what would have been.
Yeah.
This dude needs to fucking move.
For me, I say B minus.
It's reasonable.
B minus.
But what else was I gonna say about this movie? It's just my main criticisms, especially with new Star Wars Disney, is they use a lot of. I think this is what was coming down to me is they say words like hell and ass a lot, but they don't. I don't think they've ever said that in the original trilogy. Like it's like those concepts. Maybe the concept of an ass obviously will, be a thing in Star Wars, but usually I think they would say stuff like sit your behind down or get your rear out of the seat or something like that.
See, for me, one of the other things is good guy. I don't think that's a term in Star Wars, good guy.
Yeah, they would probably say hero.
Yeah, good guy sound, when they said that in the movie, I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just, I think that's just Disney either not completely understanding what makes Star Wars, or it's just like the writers not having a complete grasp of it, or something along that lines. I will admit, The Last Jedi felt like an actual Star Wars movie to me, but it's just, well, aside from a few like Marvel-esque jokes, but it's just like, it felt off, and that's going to be a lot of the case with a lot of Star Wars moving forward, is that it's definitely going to feel more new Star Wars rather than just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because even the prequels felt like Star Wars to me, but then again, like...
We were like 2 when they came out.
Yeah, and plus they were penned by George Lucas, so even if it was like going off the crazy rails, it was still like from the same dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my main criticism of just, I guess, new Star Wars as a whole.
Yeah.
Not this movie in particular. This one felt at least a little bit closer to the formula than the past couple films for me.
Spoilers?
Yeah, spoilers.
Okay, count it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Darth fucking Maul.
Yeah. Yeah. Your overly excited ass gets excited about everything.
Yes. That's because that's my favorite character in Star Wars, like, ever. And I got a little bit of him in Clone Wars, and those are the best Clone Wars episodes. And that's not me. Well, they're some of the best Clone Wars episodes. There is one other, like, part of the Clone Wars that I think makes a better quote-unquote war aspect of it than Rogue One did, because it's some really, like, dark shit in terms of what the characters are doing and what happens in the end of at least that arc in the series. But the Darth Maul episodes in Clone Wars and the Darth Maul episodes in Rebels, dude, when he popped up on screen, I almost shat myself.
Yeah, you did. You were flailing.
You're absolutely right.
See, with me, Darth Maul suffers from the Boba Fett problem, where he just kind of appears in the movie, doesn't have a whole lot of fleshed out stuff, but everybody loves him because he's such a cool character design. And I'll admit, his character design's pretty badass, but aside from the expanded universe stuff, he doesn't get a whole lot of characterization.
Well, and for me, it's not because he looks cool. It's because he can fight, and his mini-series comic was awesome, and he does get a lot more backstory in the Clone Wars. In the Clone Wars and Rebels, well, not Rebels, but the Clone Wars, they do give him a little bit more backstory and a little bit more fleshed out as a character.
See, that's fine. It's just like, for me, I still don't quite understand the hype, because to me, he's just this cool Sith with a double-headed lightsaber. That's all he ever was for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes blue if he's putting on a music performance.
It's so dumb.
That was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, for the one thing that popped into this movie is this, like, okay, so, like, all of Han's tales really just can be condensed into an hour and a half, like how he got the Millennium Falcon, how he met Chewie. Like, all this was, like, took place over the course of, like, a weekend for him.
Pretty much.
Like, all of his big tales, just one weekend. So, like, what are his other stories?
Yeah. I mean, and there was something else. So, I don't know if you know, but so you know Chewbacca's in Revenge of the Sith?
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently, originally for the script in Revenge of the Sith, what they were going to have is they were going to have Chewbacca raising Han Solo on Kashyyyk.
That would have been
Revenge of the Sith.
Weird.
And I think this is at least a somewhat better
somewhat better. No, this is leagues better than that idea.
Yeah.
That'd just be bizarre.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit, it is a bit weird that Han knows a bit of, Wookiee.
Yeah, I thought when he was like, grr, I was like, okay, so he's just kind of trying to make a noise, and then they put subtitles under, and I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
No.
I refuse.
I mean, Chewbacca said he was what, like 109 years old or something?
90.
190. Okay.
190.
I didn't know if it was like 190 or 109.
Yeah.
He should have known what basically is English in the Star Wars.
It's called basic.
I know it's basically.
It's actually called basic.
Yeah, I know it's called basic. I just didn't know if that like referred to English, but okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
basic.
first English.
So he should have known basic by then. After all, he was communicating with Yoda, who was speaking in basic in Revenge of the Sith. But
Well,
I guess Han really had no idea. He really didn't know.
No, I think the thing is Chewbacca does understand basic, but he hadn't encountered anyone that understood him. That's what I think it was. Because obviously Yoda understood him, but Han was trying to make sure that he understood him.
Or
I guess.
Either make sure, or well, Han didn't know that he spoke basic, or at least understood basic, and then I guess to Chewbacca, Han at least attempting to speak his language was like, okay, this guy is at least interesting, or like he's at least making an attempt at a connection.
He's
Instead of just writing him off as a beast.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That's actually a pretty decently done scene, though. Still weird how he knows how to speak it.
Yeah.
I doubt he ever came across the need to learn it on whatever planet he was in the
Corellia.
beginning. Corellian? Yeah.
Corellia.
Corellia.
Corellian is the ship type of ship.
Either way, I seriously do not understand how in the world he would come across it on there, but oh well. Just a weird quirk of the movie.
Now, one thing for me, and this is something that I think needs to be done with Star Wars in general, is at least with the two side stories that we've got. So we got Rogue One, we got this one.
Yeah.
I think they need to stop tying it into the Rebellion every single time.
Yeah. Well,
Because, and I know it's only been two.
Rogue One makes perfect sense for it, because literally it is the Rebellion.
Rogue One makes sense.
This one was a bit weird.
See? So, like, right now the talks for Boba Fett solo movie has come back up, potentially, and that one, I don't know, whatever, but what I really want and what I think would be the best, and this would obviously, it could be tied away from the Rebellion entirely, is I want stories from Obi-Wan when he lived on Tatooine between Episode 4, or Episode 3 and Episode 4.
I think that would be inherently tied to the Rebellion.
Well, no, because he didn't talk to anyone. There was one appearance of him on Rebels, ever. Otherwise, he had no communication with anyone in terms of all the Rebels.
Well, the fact that he is a light side character, I guess, would make him go against the Empire, which in my eyes would be the Rebellion.
But I think for me, especially because he's on Tatooine, it could show him like how he started training more as a Jedi on his own, since he was the only Jedi there, and all that kind of stuff, or at least how he survived it. I want the Obi-Wan, and I wanted to start Ewan McGregor.
I personally don't see it.
Thank you, r/prequel memes.
I really just don't personally see that one. The Boba Fett one I can see is interesting because, again, like I said, it's the Boba Fett problem.
It could be fleshed out.
Yeah, he really stands to be fleshed out. But with Solo, like you said, it's really tied to the Rebellion because it implies that he basically started the Rebellion and wanted nothing to do with it.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, he bankrolled it.
Well, part of it, but yeah.
Yeah, at least
the fuel part of it.
Yeah. Either way, it feels like this whole movie kind of takes away from his, like, roguish, selfish part that I felt was inherent to his character at the beginning of Episode 4, and then he eventually, like, grows to become a hero, rather than already being a good guy, but already starting as a good guy. Like, I would have preferred, I guess, a more morally gray take on his character, rather than just like, oh, he's doing this all for the greater
Disney.
good.
They aren't allowed to have morally gray characters.
Yeah. I think if there was a morally gray character in any Disney movie I've seen.
Well, in terms of main character. There could be side characters like that. Like, obviously, we had Tobias Beckett.
Yeah, and then whoever the guy was in the last one that was helping, like, the hacker man. DJ, that's the one. Hacker man. but Star Wars, or it's like a race movie, but Star Wars. Like, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but I don't know, because that's one of the other things that I was thinking was like the whole time, especially in the beginning part, I was like, they could have taken this, they could have just stolen a script from some generic heist movie and put this in and just added Han Solo and space, and boom, you have a Star Wars movie.
See, I think these spin-off movies is more fan service anyway. That's just me. Like, I take them as stories set in the Star Wars universe, rather than like, oh, this has to adhere to every little bit of the main story as possible. Obviously, you'd get nerd outrage if it didn't adhere to a bit of canon, like, oh, I don't know, Darth Vader is suddenly 30 years younger, and also Anakin Skywalker again during the time of episodes 4, 5, and 6. Like, that wouldn't fly. But, I'm just thinking more, I was like, okay, if you're this huge fan of Star Wars, you want to see this kind of movie in this universe, there you go. Here's your movie. Though, I'm trying to think of any like super major complaints for the movie, but
they
really
did shoehorn in some fan service-esque quotes and shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm feeling really good about this.
Yeah, and then, but I do like how they did tie in the fan service of Han shot first, though, because they didn't like hammer it home with like any lines. It's just like, no, that's what he did.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing? He threatened to have. They were playing the chess game that I have seen now 3 times in different Star Wars movies.
Yeah, and I still don't understand how it works.
No one does. I disagree with that, actually, now that I said it. People probably do know how it works, and people probably play it competitively knowing the Star Wars fans.
Well, people figured out that the name of the Cantina Band's song is Jizz, so jazz.
Exactly.
Yeah, so...
I thought that was their style.
That was their style. Okay. I meant to say the genre.
Yeah.
Where they play jizz music. Which Disney now has canon jizz. They can't change it, or else it's gonna piss off the nerds. They did change some canon, but that was the expanded universe stuff.
See, and I can say I have one more thing I wanted to say about Darth Maul. Okay, one thing that I'm happy about him showing up on screen. First of all, people that don't watch Rebels and shit, they're gonna be so confused.
Yeah.
Second of all, is this 100% confirms that Rebels and Clone Wars are in this universe. Because there's been no Ashoka ever. There has been none of the Rebels, none of the people from the Ghost and Rebels that have been in a Star Wars movie. So this is the first thing where it's like, yeah, they are in the same universe.
I mean, aside from like Word of God, Disney saying like, yes,
besides that,
canon.
but this is the first like
proper link.
Yeah, proper link.
As good as Word of God is for canon, it's just like, well, I mean, I haven't seen it, so it just feels kind of flimsy, even though it is from like the property owners. I'll say that is good. I'm not mad that Darth Maul's appearing. It's just like, for me, it's just like it doesn't hold as much weight. Also, one other thing, those dice that Han has, I didn't even realize they were a thing until The Last Jedi, and now they're everywhere. Oh yeah, I was wondering where I saw those dice. They were in The Last Jedi. Yeah. Were they in the originals? That's what my question was. Were they in the originals the whole time and I just didn't notice them? And did fans know about them? Because if they were, they would have just been hanging at the front of the ship. I guess. And then at that point, I would have just wrote it off as like, just this fucking fuzzy dice thing, but sci-fi. Yeah, no, I didn't know about those until The Last Jedi, and then now I just see them everywhere. That's... Yeah. Yeah, that is... Well... This is just weird. Like, I'm just thinking, like, it's cool to have it, like, be a visual metaphor of, I guess, Han, Luke, and Leia's kind of, like, friendship now being passed on to Leia as the last, quote-unquote, surviving member. But I don't know how they're going to deal with Leia in the future now. We'll see. See, what I think is really good also about at least when this movie came out, is now we have a very long break between, or somewhat long break between now and episode 9. What's long break, like 2 years? Year and a half. Year and a half? Because it's been a year between. Force Awakens, next year, the year after in December was Rogue One, year after in December was Last Jedi, and then 5 months later was Solo. Okay, yeah, no wonder why it felt so soon after the last Star Wars movie. Yeah. Because it was half a year.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of happy, because there will be a longer no Star Wars time.
Less burnout.
Yeah, exactly, less burnout.
Oh, by the way, what was it with like Darth Maul's like new lightsaber in there?
Oh, that's
like the
because
weird like hook thing.
That's because he had to build a new one because he fought Emperor Palpatine, and his best friend got killed, and Emperor Palpatine wrecked his shit.
This is post episode 3?
This is before episode 3. This is Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
Him and Emperor Palpatine.
So before Emperor Palpatine was an emperor, he was just the Sith Lord.
Yeah. Well, Chancellor.
Chancellor. Yeah, that's what well, he was still a Sith Lord, but he was just a Chancellor.
Yeah. But yeah, him and his brother or cousin, I can't remember who it was, but they fought because Darth Maul felt betrayed by Palpatine. He felt he wasn't taken care of enough by Palpatine, so
he was a pawn.
So he went and attacked him, and it did not do that. The lightsaber battle in that episode, choice.
I'm not much of a Star Wars nut myself. Just all these Disney movies, man.
Never ending.
So damn many.
Never ending.
Though,
awesome.
When it comes to action movies, though, I am excited for that one with like the robot neck guy, whatever that one's called, the chip in the back of the neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one I'm excited for.
Yeah. I was gonna also say that there have been now this saga of movies where Dwayne fights random things. We had Dwayne versus
Giant Monkey.
No, I was gonna say Dwayne versus Earthquake back with San Andreas. Then we had Dwayne versus Game with Jumanji.
Yes.
Then we had also Dwayne versus Beach in Baywatch.
There was also Dwayne versus the Center of the Earth in Journey to the
Well,
Center
but that's
of the
like
Earth.
really long time ago. I'm talking recent stuff. At least in the past 2-3 years.
I didn't realize San Andreas came out so recently.
San Andreas was like 2015, I think. Then we had Dwayne with Giant Monkey versus Giant Lizard with Rampage, and now we have Dwayne versus Building.
We also had Dwayne versus Speed Limit
with Furious.
Yes.
Yeah. Dwayne versus Building.
Don't forget, it's crippled Dwayne versus Building.
I want to put money down that he's gonna lose, or at least his leg is gonna like fall off or some shit in that movie.
Is this the hobble?
Yep.
He's gonna be a rock on sticks.
He's gonna be Dwayne the Hop Johnson.
I was trying to think of something. You get full points, my man.
Yes. We're gonna see the Meg.
Oh no, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I refuse.
I want to see Bad Jaws.
That looks ridiculous.
I want to see Bad Jaws plus steroids.
Size.
Plus
plus
steroids.
Size.
Or
Bad
plus
Jaws.
size. Either way. Whichever way you want to describe it.
It looks bad.
I know.
It actually looks absolutely horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. That's why I want to go see it.
I need to get my beer back from your fridge.
Oh yeah.
This has been Draft House Drive. We'll see you guys later.
Beer.